This is the chart of spot gold on the daily scale. I still think that it is appropriate at this stage to work with the assumption that that is likely a B information. We have our A, we have our B. We assume that the C on this scale is still ongoing, and we have a critical level which comes right here. That is a critical level. I'm saying it's critical because if the market goes through this level, it runs higher, then my concept of this triangle will fall apart. And we'll have to adopt potentially something a lot more bullish, with this being 1, this being 2, and we could be looking at a third wave sending spot gold well above the high registered right here. That's the high in July of last year. So that is the big concept. Okay, I have mentioned the currencies, yes, and there is obviously a relationship, and you need to do your work. You need to you need to keep track of the currencies that do have high correlation with precious metals. It just gives you an extra lever, yeah, on the market, on the checking process. Why ignore that? You've got it right there. It's just a bit of work. You look, you check. It reassures you these things move together, because no market is an island, never will be. Forces are always moving together against other forces. So you have groups of forces, groups of markets moving together. It's just in the nature of things that you want to have all the odds on your side, so you check. Let's go and see the 60 minutes. This is our critical level. We don't want to see it running above the level right here. We have assumed that the 5 legs here should be taken as an A. Right now I read that when I run up here, I have 5 legs terminating here. I was looking for a B to form. It's possible that the B ended here and it started the next surge. That could be our C, or if it manages to run above this level, we're going to have to interpret that as a third wave. Do you understand why? That will be 1, 2, the 5 wave. We do have 5 wave run up here. I'm going to show you the 15 minutes. Do you see? That could be taken as 1, 2. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, if that's correct. And then it's going to continue high. It's not going to listen to me with my triangle. It's just going to continue higher and higher. And that should tell us that we are in a very powerful third wave, 3 of 3. Okay, otherwise, any weakness now that is setting in to send it towards the floor, not necessarily breaking this, but just sort of, you know, getting it into a shape like that, that should tell you that this is almost certainly a B. That's tiny B, that will be your A. The B that I thought ended here actually prolonged, and we are looking at it ending somewhere around here. And then that pop C to terminate the ABC right here. That's your A, that's your B. I'm back to the 60 minutes. That's your C that will terminate the B. And after that, we would expect it to break down back under 1205, 1205 to deliver that C that in turn will complete. I'm going to show you here so you can put everything together. Okay, so that's your A, B, and now we are busy basically with this. So that's our A. We're looking for the B to terminate with a tiny ABC right here. Okay, not rising above this level. We would expect it to come down, break under 1205, deliver that C. That in turn will complete the C on the higher scale. And as you can see, this is likely to continue for quite a few months. And when all that is finished, we should expect a big surge in gold. Mind you, if we get this surge, longer term is not necessarily terribly exciting, but I won't spend too much time on that. That's really far out in time. I will just point out this. And if you get an A, B, C here, if this is a B and it surges up in a C, it could be super exciting, and indeed it will be. I'm pretty sure you could get like 1.618, the extended extended run here that will relate to what you see here. It could take it a lot higher. We can measure that, that's no issue. We don't know where the B will end, but roughly from this zone, it could catapult it to 1,500, 1,600, maybe even higher. The idea is not going to run above the previous high here. It's not ready for that. And if you do have an ABC here, longer term, that's bearish, because it means it's going to come down. Yeah, it might come down even to break under the low here. You see? So it's not like you got a nice 5-wave run build up here that could project, of course, a rally well above the previous high. It is an ABC, and an ABC in the nature of things is being often retraced. ABCs are corrective patterns. That means you are locked into a much bigger pattern that calls for the main trend, in fact, to resume. And the main trend, if you have an ABC going up, that means the main trend, or at least the lateral movement, is likely to send it lower to check the floor. So that's what I would say long term. Okay, here's silver. That's the daily. And again, you remember this surge that I was talking about when I mentioned the currencies. So you are looking at this surge resulting in a huge movement here. Then this heavy going, very complex correction that I still take to be a B. So I've got my A, I've got my B. I think we're working on that C, and this is not coming so easy. It's still pretty complex. But so far it appears to be a viable option. I thought that's an A. I thought that we are working on the B inside that C. Okay, inside that C we had an A, B, C. We're going for that C. A few more twists to finish the DE, and then slight plunge to complete the C. The C in black, which will complete the C on the high scale. That is the issue with silver. Let's take the 2-hour scale. So that's our A, yeah, that's our A coming down. And that's an ABC, A, B, C, that's B. And I was telling you that I expect you to see my arrows. They do not date from today. All these arrows basically were calling for this stretch to be taken as an A. I added these labelings now, and I think we are in a B situation. That will result in another slight jump towards 17.4, 17.6 area. I do not expect it to run much higher above this level. That is short term, very short term. That is a critical level. It will call for reassessment of the wave count if it manages to run above this level. Okay, so that's you C, and then down it goes. D, E, yeah, that should occupy us for the next several weeks, and then followed by a slump to complete that C. I'll go now to the 30 minutes so you can see it clearer with all my arrows here. I can actually delete them now. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that was taken as an A, and I told you we are probably going to have a B. You can see my arrows. Yeah, more or less followed what I had in mind. So we're going to delete that just to get the chart a bit to be clean here. And essentially silver not doing much. Silver not doing much in the next few days will be adding credibility to this idea that that's probably a B, and that will be simply great for us. We'll have the bounce C, and then you prepare for a reversal. Okay, so that is in essence the matter with silver.